Hello students, welcome again in this beautiful world of accountancy. This is Amit sir, your accountancy teacher. Now to this video we will cover remaining situations regarding treatment of ratio in case of retirement of a partner. With that we will also cover treatment of goodwill in case of retirement of a partner. And one more additional thing which we will cover in this video, that is revaluation of assets and reassessment of liabilities. But before I start, I'll suggest you all to please like and subscribe my channel. Now, if you remember, we had covered situation 1 related to change in ratio in case of retirement of a partner in last video. Now I'm going to start case 2 in this video when gaining ratio is given to you. And related to gaining ratio, two situations may arise. First situation, if gaining ratio is same among the remaining partners, then new ratio is equal to old ratio. It means अगर आपका गेनिंग रेशियो बचे हुए पार्टनर्स में उनके पुराने रेशियो के बराबर होता है तो उनका न्यू रेशियो और गेनिंग रेशियो सेम होता है. इट मीन्स गेनिंग रेशियो इज इक्वल टू न्यू रेशियो. बट इफ गेनिंग रेशियो इज डिफरेंट तो हमें न्यू रेशियो का कैलकुलेशन करना पड़ता है. नाउ फॉर बेटर अंडरस्टैंडिंग ऑफ गेनिंग रेशियो इन टू सिचुएशंस आई एम डूइंग वन प्रैक्टिकल प्रॉब्लम. In the given problem, old ratio of gaining partner, or it means remaining partner, is same with their gaining ratio. It means जो उनका old ratio है वही उनका gaining ratio है. Like in situation 1, old ratio of ABC is 3:2:1. B retires from the firm and gaining ratio is 3:1 between A and C after B's retirement. आप देख सकते हैं कि जो ओल्ड रेशियो था ए और सी का वो भी 3:1 था. अगर हम बी को रिमूव कर दें और उनका गेनिंग रेशियो भी 3:1 बन रहा है. इन सच सिचुएशन आपका जो न्यू रेशियो होता है वो होता है 3:1. प्लीज कीप दिस थिंग इन योर माइंड. It means there is no need to make computation of new ratio when gaining ratio is equal to their old ratio. Now, situation 2. When old ratio of gaining partner is not equal to their gaining ratio. जब पुराने पार्टनर्स का बचे हुए पार्टनर्स का गेनिंग रेशियो उनके ओल्ड रेशियो के इक्वल नहीं होता. लाइक इन द गिवन सिचुएशन, सिचुएशन 2, when old ratio is 3:2:1. B retires from the firm and gaining ratio is 1:1. Now you can see, अगर हम देखें उनका ओल्ड रेशियो ए और सी का था 3:1. यहाँ पे गेनिंग रेशियो है 1:1 विच इज डिफरेंट फ्रॉम देयर ओल्ड वन. इन सच सिचुएशन हमारा पहला स्टेप होगा कंप्यूटेशन ऑफ गेनिंग शेयर ऑफ ए विच इज हाफ ऑफ बी's ओल्ड शेयर. नाउ बी का शेयर था 2/6. इट मीन्स 1/2 into 2/6 will give you A's gaining share which is 1/6. Similarly we will compute the gaining share for B which is also 1/2 क्योंकि दोनों ने इक्वली बांटा है. जितना ए को मिलेगा उतना ही बी को मिलेगा. नाउ नेक्स्ट थिंग इज A's न्यू शेयर. इट मीन्स जो ए के पास पहले था प्लस जो उसने बी से गेन किया उन दोनों का सम. और वी कैन से A's न्यू शेयर इज इक्वल टू A's ओल्ड शेयर प्लस गेनिंग शेयर. व्हेन वी ऐड 3/6 plus 1/6 we will get 4/6 in result as A's new share. And similarly when we compute B's new share, then A's his old share 1/6 plus his gaining share 1/6 gives us 2/6. We can cross check our answer by adding A and B. You must get 1. Yes, on adding 4/6 and 2/6 we will get 1. It means जो भी हमने अब तक किया वो ठीक है, वो करेक्ट है. Now next. Now here comes the situation 3 when new profit sharing ratio is also given. It means आपको old ratio given होगा, with that new ratio is also given for remaining partners. In such situation we will use the formula which is interpreted or learned through the word song, which says when we have to compute gaining share, the formula is new share minus old share. In such situation we will compute the gaining share of R first, and the formula for gaining share is new share of R minus old share of R, which gives us 2/3 minus 3/6, and in result we will get gaining share of R as 1/6. Similarly we will compute the gaining share of N which is equal to 1/3 minus 1/6, and in result we will get 1 by 6 again. Now you can easily compare them, and by on comparing you can easily say that both gaining shares are equal, hence their gaining ratio is equal. Now after completing various situations related to change in profit sharing ratio which may arise due to retirement of a partner, let's start treatment of goodwill. Now again AS10 will be applicable in case of treatment of goodwill, which says that we can't raise goodwill if it is self-generated, but if goodwill is already appeared when it is purchased by us, तो हम उसका क्या करेंगे? That goodwill must be written off first at the time of retirement of a partner. अगर आपको याद हो एडमिशन और चेंज इन रेशियो में भी हमने यही किया था. The goodwill which was already appeared in the books is to be written off in old ratio, and for writing of that goodwill, entry is all partners capital account debit in their old ratio to goodwill account. After writing of that goodwill, we will making treatment of current goodwill or the goodwill which is valued at the time of retirement of the partner. In such situations, after writing old goodwill, your next step is to pass one entry, that is gaining partners capital account. Here gaining means remaining partners capital account to outgoing partner or to retiring partners capital account. It means जो partner जा रहा है वो अपना share of goodwill बचे हुए partner से मांगेगा. That's why the person from whom जिससे उसे पैसा लेना है are known as gaining partners or remaining partners to retiring partners. So please keep this thing in your mind. Entry in case of retirement of a partner regarding current value of goodwill is remaining partner or gaining partners capital account debit to retiring partners capital account. Now for better understanding of the problem of treatment of goodwill, I'm doing one practical problem. In the given problem, ABC are partners. They were sharing profit and losses in the ratio 5:4:3 respectively. C retires and the firm's goodwill valued at the time of his retirement at 60,000. Assume that A and B agreed to share future profit in the ratio 7:5. Now see, two things are given to you regarding ratio, old ratio and new ratio, and for passing entry related to treatment of goodwill we need gaining or sacrificing share. Now again, after reading the question, we can easily say they want us to pass journal entry regarding treatment of goodwill, but for passing that entry we need their gaining ratio. Therefore in working note, first we will compute gaining shares. Here A's gaining share is A's new share, that is 7/12, minus A's old share, that is 5/12. It means A's gaining share is 2/12. Similarly, we will compute the gaining share of B, which is 1/12. After computing their gaining shares, we can say their gaining ratio is 2:1. Now, after making computation of 2:1 as their gaining share, we will compute C's share of goodwill, which is 3/12 of 60,000, which is equivalent to 15,000, and that amount is to be distributed between A and B in their gaining ratio. It means 2:1 में बढ़ जाएगा ये amount. And the entry for passing that treatment is A's capital account debit, B's capital account debit to C's capital account with 10,000, 5,000 and 15,000 respectively. Now let us do one more question in which old goodwill is also there. In the given problem, L, M and N are partners. They were sharing profit and losses in the ratio 2:1. On 1st April 2012, L retires from the firm and his capital account shows a credit balance of rupees 8 lakh. In ledger, goodwill account appeared at 1 lakh, but partners agreed that fair market value of goodwill on above mentioned date was 4,75,000. जो goodwill 1 lakh है, that is your old goodwill, और जो 4,75,000 है वो present goodwill. तो अगर आपको याद हो, मैंने पिछली स्लाइड में आपको बताया, first we will write off old goodwill. When we write off that 1 lakh in old ratio, entry will be goodwill account debit to L's capital account, to M's capital account, to N's capital account with 40,000, 40,000 and 20,000 respectively. Now for treating new goodwill, entry will be M's capital account debit to N's capital account debit to L's capital account. Here their old ratio, it means the old ratio between M and N will be termed as their gaining ratio, and the amount of goodwill which is to be given to L is 2/5 of 4,75,000, and that is 1,90,000, and when we distribute that 1,90,000 in their gaining ratio, which was their old ratio, that is 2:1, M will get 1,26,667 and N will get 63,333. Now there is one more situation related to treatment of goodwill, that is hidden goodwill. Sometimes goodwill is not given in the question directly, but if a firm agrees to pay a sum which is more than the retiring partner's balance in the capital, that capital is computed after making all necessary adjustment in respect of revaluation of assets and liabilities, reserves or accumulated losses, etc. Then the extra amount which is paid to him in addition to his actual capital comes after all those adjustments is known as goodwill. Now for better understanding of hidden goodwill, it means जो amount extra दिया जा रहा है किसी partner को जो उसको actual pay करना चाहिए. Let us do one question. In the given problem, A, B, C are partners. They were sharing profit and losses in the ratio 4:3:2. B retires from the firm, and after making all the adjustments in respect of profits and reserves, the amount which is payable to B is 1,39,200. Instead of that, firm pays him 1,50,000 in full settlement of his claim. Now they want you to pass journal entry, and it is also given that after retirement of B, new profit sharing ratio between A and C is 5:3. Now let's start the solution. Now before passing entry for treatment of goodwill, first we will do working note, and as per working note we have to compute the amount of goodwill which is payable to B. The amount of goodwill which is payable to B is 1,50,000 minus 1,39,200, which is equal to 10,800. It means जो शेयर गुडविल का B को दिया जाएगा वो है 10,800. Now after making computation of his share of goodwill, now next working is computation of gaining ratio. Since after making computation of hidden goodwill, we need to distribute that goodwill in their gaining ratio. And for computing gaining ratio, A's gaining share is A's new share, which is 5/8 less A's old share, that is 4/9. Difference of that is 13/72. Similarly, we will compute the gaining share of C, which is 3/8 minus 2/9, which is 11/72. And after making their gaining shares, we will say their gaining ratio is 13:11. Now after computing 13:11 as their gaining ratio, we will distribute the amount of goodwill जो हमने पिछली स्लाइड में कंप्यूट किया था in that ratio, out of which A will get 10,800 into 13/24, which is equivalent to 5,850, and remaining amount will be going to B, or we can say B's share of goodwill is 10,800 into 11/24. It means 4,950 will be paid by B to C. Now after making computation of their respective share of goodwill, we will pass entry, and that entry is A's capital account debit by 5,850 and C's capital account debit by 4,950. These amounts come from working note number 2 to B's capital account, that is 10,800, and that amount comes from working note number 1. Now after completing various situations related to treatment of goodwill in case of retirement of a partner, let us start one more topic, that is treatment of revaluation of assets and reassessment of liabilities on the retirement of the partners. One thing you should remember, this concept is similar to previous chapters. It means ये concept बिल्कुल admission और change in profit sharing ratio की तरह ही होगा. यहाँ पे भी revaluation of assets और reassessment of liabilities को वैसे ही treat किया जाएगा. It means जो भी हमारा profit और loss निकलेगा revaluation से, that will be distributed between old partners in their old ratio. And one more thing you should remember, such change in assets and liabilities belongs to prior period. Therefore ये जो प्रॉफिट होता है या लॉस होता है, इसीलिए इसे पुराने पार्टनर्स में डिस्ट्रीब्यूट किया जाता है, क्योंकि ये चेंज पुरानी वैल्यूज में है. तो इट मीन्स इसका इफेक्ट पुराने पार्टनर्स ही बेयर करेंगे, इसीलिए इसे पुराने पार्टनर्स में बांटा जाता है. इट मीन्स रिटायरिंग पार्टनर भी इसका बर्डन बेयर करेगा. फॉर्मेट ऑफ रिवैल्यूएशन अकाउंट exactly similar to previous chapter. अगर एसेट बढ़ता है, if there is increase in asset or decrease in liability, it must be shown on credit side of revaluation account, and if there is decrease in asset or increase in liability, it must be shown on debit side of revaluation account. If balancing figure comes on debit side, it means credit side is greater than debit side, then it will be termed as profit, and which is to be distributed between partners in their old ratio. And if credit side is smaller in comparison to debit side, or in other words we can say debit side is greater than credit side, it will be loss, and that loss must be transferred to partners again in their old ratio. And one more thing which you should remember, that revaluation account is also known as profit and loss adjustment account also. For better understanding of revaluation of assets and reassessment of liability, I am doing one practical problem. In the given problem, X, Y, Z are partners. They were sharing profit and losses in the ratio 5:3:2. Z retires. On the date of his retirement, following adjustment were agreed upon. First adjustment says that value of furniture is increased by rupees 12,000. It means it will create a profit, and it is to be represented on credit side of revaluation account. The value of stock is to be decreased by rupees 10,000. It means it will be termed as expense, and it is to be shown on debit side of revaluation account. Machinery of book value of rupees 50,000 is to be depreciated by 10%. Again, it will be termed as loss, which will be represented by rupees 5,000 on debit side of revaluation account. D adjustment says a provision for doubtful debt is to be made equivalent to 5% of debtor, and debtor's book value is 40,000. It means हमें provision बनाना है 5% debtor का. It will be termed as increase in liability, and when liability increases, it must be shown on debit side of revaluation account. It means 2,000 must be represented on debit side of revaluation account. Finally, E part, which says that unrecorded investment worth rupees 10,000 needed to be recorded. When we record unrecorded asset, it will create income, and incomes are to be shown on credit side of revaluation account. Finally, the last one, an item of rupees 1,000 included in bills payable, not likely to claim. It means अगर liability arise नहीं होगा तो it will create a profit, and incomes are to be shown on credit side of revaluation account. They want you to pass journal entry or want you to prepare revaluation account. First we will prepare revaluation account. As we know, we will represent all the incomes on credit side. अगर आपको ध्यान हो, हमारा फर्नीचर का वैल्यू बढ़ रहा था 12,000 से, that's why I'm writing it on credit side of revaluation account. इन्वेस्टमेंट अनरिकॉर्डेड थे, उनको रिकॉर्ड कर लिया गया बाय रुपीज 10,000 अगेन ऑन क्रेडिट साइड, बिकॉज ये हमारे लिए इनकम है. और बिल्स पेबल जो अराइज नहीं होने वाले थे, इट मीन्स इट विल क्रिएट अ डिक्रीज इन लायबिलिटी, दैट्स व्हाई आई एम शोइंग इट ऑन डेबिट साइड अगेन. नाउ ऑन द अदर साइड, स्टॉक का वैल्यू रिड्यूस हो रहा था 10,000 से, दैट्स व्हाई आई एम शोइंग इट ऑन डेबिट साइड. मशीनरी का वैल्यू रिड्यूस हो रहा था 10% से, दैट्स व्हाई आई एम शोइंग इट ऑन डेबिट साइड. प्रोविजन फॉर डॉटफुल डेट विल बी टर्म्ड एज इंक्रीज इन लायबिलिटी. जब लायबिलिटी बढ़ता है तो वो डेबिट साइड पे आता है, हेंस आई एम राइटिंग इट ऑन डेबिट साइड एज रुपीज 2,000. नाउ ऑन बैलेंसिंग टू साइड वी कैन इजिली से दैट क्रेडिट साइड इज ग्रेटर देन डेबिट साइड, क्योंकि क्रेडिट साइड का टोटल है 23,000 और डेबिट साइड का टोटल है 73,000. There is a clear difference of 6,000 which will be termed as profit on revaluation, and which is to be distributed between partner X, Y and Z in their old ratio. When we divide that profit in their old ratio, which is 3:2:1, X will get 3,000, Y will get 1,800 and Z will get 1,200. Now after completing accounting treatment of revaluation of assets and reassessment of liabilities, let's start one more important concept related to accounting treatment of existing reserves and accumulated profits and losses. This concept is similar to previous chapter, that is admission and change in profit sharing ratio. इसमें भी बिल्कुल वैसा ही ट्रीटमेंट होगा जैसे पिछले दो चैप्टर्स में हमने रिजर्व्स और एक्यूमुलेटेड प्रॉफिट्स के साथ किया था. वो था एक्यूमुलेटेड प्रॉफिट्स और रिजर्व ओल्ड पार्टनर्स को ओल्ड रेशियो में दे दिए गए थे. सिमिलरली जितने भी आपकी फिक्टिशियस एसेट्स हैं लाइक एक्यूमुलेटेड एडवर्टाइजमेंट एक्सपेंडिचर और एक्यूमुलेटेड लॉसेस, उसका ट्रीटमेंट भी बिल्कुल प्रीवियस चैप्टर की तरह होगा. उनका बर्डन भी पुराने पार्टनर्स में ओल्ड रेशियो में डाला जाएगा. इट मीन्स एग्जिस्टिंग रिजर्व्स एंड एक्यूमुलेटेड प्रॉफिट्स आर टू बी डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड अमंग ओल्ड पार्टनर्स इन ओल्ड रेशियो, विच इज एग्जैक्टली सिमिलर to previous two chapters. Now for better understanding, I am giving you journal entries for treating reserves. All reserves such as general reserve, contingency reserve, workman compensation reserve, investment fluctuation reserve account debit to all partners account. Please keep this thing in your mind. Again same चीज हमने पिछले दोनों चैप्टर में किया है. सारे रिजर्व्स को हम डेबिट करते थे और पार्टनर्स को क्रेडिट करते थे इन old ratio. And for making treatment of losses, please keep this thing in your mind again. For making treatment of losses, entry is all partners capital account debit, again in old ratio. 2. Profit and loss debit balance. 2. Fictitious assets, again this thing will be done in their old ratio. Now finally goodbye, and in next class we will start with full-fledged problems. For the time being, thank you, and again don't forget to like and subscribe my channel once again.